Got to where we need to get to. How you like that? Yep, fuel pump is right there. How you like that fuel pump cover? So yeah, guys, you're gonna see what I did. Like I said, I just cut a hole because I didn't want to drop the tank. So let me pause this and pull this up right quick. All right, see what I did. That's how I cut my fuel pump in, very cautiously, you know. Kind of had to like drill some pilot holes to make sure, you know, I wasn't hitting anything, checking for lines and stuff. So yeah, it kind of comes back into the cabin area, to the compartment. So yeah, that's it. So this, I believe, is the culprit right here. This is the fuel pump, and I had to switch the wires on that to get it to work because you need 12 volts, and it was like swapped. So I had to switch that around in the harness, and then that will activate the fuel pump. But I'm thinking now, this is going to be the problem right now. I need to figure out. Where my 5 volt, my reference signal at, and figure out if that's going right. And I should be able to check that with the connector off and the key on. All right, guys, so we're gonna get to that. All right, my Impala Gang Nation. I'm currently under the undercarriage of a 2006 Chevy Impala. This is dealing with the evaporator emission systems. This is the evap canister right here. Evap purge canister might be called, but it's right here. Over there. And then this is that's the harness. I'm getting ready to check. I already replaced this, but I'm getting ready to just put 12 volts to it to make sure it's clicking. And then I want to check to make sure that's getting power as well, to make sure that's good. I hate those noisy, loud vehicles that don't go nowhere. Just loud. Just get an electric car, man. It's better. But anyway, so this is that's the electric connector. And here's a hose. This is a 5A hose. Goes to the canister. This is the, I keep getting the vapor purge canister. And then there's just the one called a vapor canister. And I say that's the wire. Like I say, one of these. That's the this goes to the filler hose. That goes to the actual fill. That's the one outside towards the where you put the fuel pump, the fuel nozzle. It goes to there. Or the filler neck. This is the filler neck tubing. And then this is just the 5A hose. That went to the condenser, to the Verge pilot solenoid. I gotta get my stuff right, guys. But that hose goes here. And if you want to know where the vapor canister is, where is the vapor canister on a 2006 or so Chevy Impala? This is the back of the fuel tank on the driver's side. And then that's that. This is that hose. This is that filler neck hose right here. And you can see this, if you can kind of get right, that thing where that clamp goes to. This is on top of the gas tank. Like I say, you can kind of get access to it. Go my hand. That's the actual vapor canister. Like, I know the name of that one. This is the vapor canister with the charcoal in it. That's right there. And then the vapor canister solenoid, I believe that's the correct name for it, is the one that I showed earlier. And then you got the purge valve solenoid, which is under the hood, bolted to the engine. So I think those are the 3 parts, if I'm not mistaken. Besides the fuel pressure switch, which is on the fuel pump. All right, guys. All right, Impala Gang. Like I say, this is the evap purge solenoid, or the vapor canister solenoid. Like I said, the vapor canister, the charcoal canister is over there, like I said, above the gas tank. So this is the vapor canister, like purge solenoid, or solenoid. I think it's vapor canister solenoid. Vapor canister solenoid. This is what this is called. So right now I have my power probe hooked up to the battery. See the line? I got the line. So going all the way to the front to the car battery. So I'm getting ready to check. I should hear like a little pop. Like a little engagement of the motor kicking in. So say I got my power probe right here. Where's it at? Power probe. Alright. I'm gonna put it over here. Okay, now, so y'all hear that? I'm pushing the button. So that means it is if the power were coming from here to there, that means this part is working. that's clicking in and engaging. So right now, next I'm getting ready to check for a voltage here. And so I'll pause and just get back to you on that. Like I say, I'm gonna check for voltage with the key off and then with the key on and see if there's any difference. I'm hoping it should be like 12 volts, but we'll see. With the key off, it should be nothing. Alright guys, I hope I didn't mess this video up. Hold on a minute. I hope I didn't mess it up and start the video upside down, but if it is upside down, guys, like I said, now I am on that connector. Well, my finger must be in the way. Okay, now I'm on it. That's that connector. I have my negative on one side of it, which is the white side. And then I have my meter right here, which you can see. It's kind of tripping out, doing some weird stuff, but I don't know. That could be maybe some type of wires touching somewhere and it's freaking out the system, possibly too. But you can see once I hit the wire to it, engage it, go to the other side. It holds steady. Hope y'all can see that. So that's about battery voltage. I mean, it's a little. There's been a bit low, like it's 11. I think it's like 12 up there. So I'm losing some voltage from here to there. But for the most part, that did verify that I was getting my voltage there. So voltage is there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hook that back up. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this out as the culprit. That is new, so that's working and clicking, and then the power going to it is good as well. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get to this vapor canister. Guys, since now that I'm gonna go ahead and drop the tank a little bit, I'm gonna show you how I'm hoping to do it. I got this kind of this ordinary car jack. I got it under the gas tank, and I have like a little circle weight to kind of help distribute the weight, so it's not that little small thing that's on the gas tank. There is 2 bolts. You can see the straps. There's a strap right there, and the strap right there. The bolt is on this side, on this side of the frame. The other part is just like a little swivel. There's no bolt. It just kind of hangs down. So these are the only 2 bolts you need to take out. They are 15 millimeter. This is what I'm going to use because as you'll see, when you get in there, the bolt is kind of offset. It's kind of hard to get straight to it. So right here I have, this is the 15. You know, that's a swivel. Then I got some extensions to kind of get in there. So, you know, you can do it that way or not. You can reach it because that's the bolt right there. That's the other one. Like I said, the 15. So you could probably get like maybe like a ratchet wrench. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like I can get that ratchet wrench on there. Yeah, the wrench can go on there. So you can use a ratchet wrench this way, or you can either way. So it's a 15, like I said. You can get to it there, or you got to get to that hole. I want you to see it. Where's the bolt at? There it goes. Right there in the frame right here. That's the bolt that you need to get to. Like I said, the other one's on the other side. So I'm hoping. At first, I was gonna like jack this all the way up, jack the car up from right here. This is the support beam for the car. That's a safe spot to jack right there. I was gonna jack this all the way up and then use another jack to try to let it down, but I really don't think I need to do that. I can probably just unloosen the bolts, and I'm hoping it'll come down further enough where I can get to it. Cause like I said, guys, the canister is right here on the side. It's on the driver's side. It's on the driver's side, like right here. See if I can get in there without messing it up. I might mess it up, but like I said, right here. So this is the top of the tank, and that I'm probably not getting the best, but like I said, let me get over there, guys. Hold on, let me get over there and get a better shot. I mean, I can't really, like I said, it's easier when you have it jacked up. You can get in there, but you see that clamp? That's a clamp back there. And that's where the vapor canister at. Like I said, this is the top of the tank right here. And that clamp is a hose clamp that goes to the vapor canister. So I'm hoping that I can just drop this down far enough. If not, I do have a safety fail because I have already changed out the fuel pump. So I got like a fail safe. I cut a hole in the top already. So I know if nothing else, me just dropping this down further enough to get in there and work my hands will be good enough. And if not, I'll just get it from the top. So that's how I'm gonna do it, guys. The vapor canister, the charcoal part. Like I said, we checked everything else. We checked the vapor canister solenoid and see if that was getting voltage, and it was. So now we're gonna drop the tank. Guys, Impala gang. Well, y'all probably already know, but when I had changed out the fuel pump, I cut a hole in here. Yeah, because I didn't want to drop the tank. But this is what I'm doing anyway. I'm dropping the tank. So, yeah, I kind of fought with this for a while. I'll show y'all what I had to do that was making it hard, what you have to do to drop the tank. So really, it's just those 2 straps, but it's also that little plate. And there's like some little, like I want to say some bushings or clips or something. I'll show you that you're going to need like a little fork to pop them out. But that's on the bottom side. Once I did that, easy work, came down. And like I said, I took the hose off from right here instead of to the other side where the filler neck is, because I mean, I'll show you why, but it was easier to do it from right here. Like I said, it came down no problem. Disconnected the harness. Make sure you do that. These lines, you didn't really have to do that. I mean, this one is still connected. It's all right. Like I said, this is the canister now. Now I'll be able to get to it. Like this one end of the canister, like I said, the vapor canister, the charcoal. This is the charcoal canister. Like I said, the vapor solenoid, I think, is over there by the filler in the neck. Yeah, you see all that acorns in there. So yeah, this car sat for a while, so I'm pretty sure this might be the culprit, or at least I hope it is with all the work I'm doing. But one end of the hose goes into the fuel pump, so that's probably why you get that popping where it don't want to go all the way in. The vapors build up because it's actually connected to that. And then the other end is a small wire that goes into the front of the engine. So it's only looks like this, from what I can see, there's two lines that go to here, one to the fuel tank and one to the front of the engine. So now I'm gonna figure out how to get this thing out of here. But that is the canister guy. Like I said, like I said, I had this hole up front, so this is gonna help me out trying to get it in there. But right now, if I didn't have the hole, I'm pretty sure you just can drop the whole tank out. Like I say, the higher you jack up the vehicle, the easier it'll be to kind of maneuver and get back in there. But like I said, I got this cheat code, so I can kind of work it from the top. So I do got the tank down, got the jack under there, and then I got another jack. That one is under the frame, the car frame, holding the tires off the ground, as you can see. So vapor canister, 2006, probably think like the 06 to 011, 012 body style, 3.5 Chevy Impala vapor canister, the charcoal, right here on top of the tank, driver's side. I'm gonna see how it's hooked in there. All right, guys. I don't know if y'all can see. I'm on the driver's side. This is the wheel, driver's side wheel. You see, I got the tank down now. Hold on. All right, so like I said, I dropped the tank. I forgot there's 3 holes. So this is the one that goes to the vapor purge solenoid, the one that's about the fuel tank. That hole is 5/8. Then you have this one. If you can see it, there's a hose right here that I got that goes to the front of the engine. Then this other one right here, that one went to the fuel pump. So there's three hoses that go here. A hose goes to the canister, it goes to the front of the engine, that goes to the fuel pump. But what's holding it in place, you can see what I use right here. That's what I use to get that little plate off that's under the fuel tank. And they also have a clip right here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it in there. See that clip right there, guys? You gotta pop that clip out. Right there, that's the guy you gotta get out. So I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna pop that out. All right, so that's the clip right here. I just popped it out. That's the same, these are the same ones that are holding that plate on the bottom of the fuel tank that you're gonna have to take off to get the plate off. And you can see now, you see in there, now it's moving freely. It is moving freely. So now I'm gonna go back up top, loosen these hoses out, and it should be ready to come out. I gotta say, back up top. Took that clip out. I was wondering, man, like what's holding it in there? I couldn't get it off. Cause I saw these little things on the back, and I'm like, how's that come off? So yeah, take that clip out in front. It just kind of, those just hold it in there like some little dials. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing out of here and put the other one on there. So this is the vapor canister, guys. A little screw hole in the front. So what holds it? So you got 3 hoses. This one goes to the fuel pump. The other one right there goes to the front of the engine, and then this 5/8 hose goes to the solenoid, the purge solenoid. That's in the back by the filler neck. All right, guys, here I got them side by side. This is the new one. That's the old one. I was gonna kind of like try to open it up to see if there's any difference, but I don't have to do that. You can tell just by like picking it up. Like this one is heavier. Like this one is obviously heavier because I'm pretty sure the charcoal is like saturated where it can't absorb no more. So that's how I was able to tell. I mean, at least something Like, this thing is heavier compared to this one. Like I said, old and the new side by side. All right, I have the new canister installed. Got it back sitting in the clip. And the little dials I had back here. Yeah, I got the dials right there. I got the clip, that little clip that was in the front. Got that pressed back in. Got all the lines in there. The 5/8 that goes to the filler neck. The one that goes towards the engine. This one that comes back towards here. So now I'm gonna start jacking the tank back up. I did break those clips. So you go to your local auto parts and get you some replacement clips you're gonna need. Like these to fit on well, the one I broke was over there on this one, on the charcoal canister. The one that went towards the engine, that one right there. So I had to get a replacement clip. Local auto parts, I have that. But besides that, guys, that was in there. Easy peasy. Now I'm finna come back up with it. Alright, so this is that plate. Like I said, these were those 2 straps that you have to undo from here. But definitely you gotta take this plate down. And these are held by like those same clips that were holding the canister. I think there's 3 of them, 1 here and there's 2 over there, maybe 1 more. But once you take that plate down, then you can fully drop, because this binds. This is like in between the plate and it'll bind, and it won't let you drop it down. So once you get this plate out, it's ready to come down. So like I said, I'm just putting this back in there. Make sure you take these 2 bolts out for the strap. These are 15 millimeters. They say they go up in there. Well, that wasn't it, but you know, the video earlier. And then like I said, take those 2 bolts off, then you take these off, and then the pump, the tank will be ready to come down.